Welcome back to Heaven's Vault. I'm Dear Darling, and should we continue translating ancient scripts and seeing what archaeological wonders we can find? So right now, we're on Maiasi on a farming moon, trying to find possibly Remba, but we have strong suspicions he's not actually here. Come on then, Six. But we're still going to explore and see what other things we can find before heading back. Apparently there's some ancient languages here which I suppose we could perhaps find useful in our translations later on. Well, that's my theory anyway. It could be that this is all a big waste of time anyway. Let's question you, and we'll find out more lore from Six. So if there are no robots, why are there ramps everywhere? Perhaps for carts, Iox uses robots to collect produce from the moons and the Protectorate. I should have looked up how to say these words in the meantime. Seems like it'd be easy to stop the robots taking anything, put a few walkways and some stones in the way. I cannot imagine that would make any difference, Mistress. Robots are versatile. Well, I guess we'll just leave then. Approach a villager. Good faith, lady. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. Why does no one like us? Towards the fields, I suppose we'll just walk on. I suppose we'll leave. Woman, you are triplets, so 3 of you just in a row there. Can we no longer question or remark? Oh, question. Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. I suppose because we collect all the taxes and stuff. People don't really like a tax collector arriving into a humble farming village, which I suppose is fair. We'll take our leave then. There's not many people tending all of these crops. Plants are not like pigs. They do not require constant husbandry. What do you know about pigs? It's a good question. I meet people, and people know about pigs. They are also livestock. Pardon? Well, I guess we'll go back to the ship, and then I don't know if we have any leads or where to go, so if not, we'll just randomly walk. Who knows what we'll do. Is there a sprint button in this game? Back to the ship, Six. We've done all we can here for now. There's nothing here in this rural farming village. This way, mistress. And so we left the warm, wet fields of Maiasi. Continue. I wonder if the timing actually matters in this game. Or is it just a timeline just for, like, summary reasons, I suppose. Aboard the Nightingale. Well, where should we go to find Remba? That's a big question. I'm quite certain in my analysis, mistress. The crystal at the heart of Remba's brooch. It comes from somewhere nearby. Somewhere on the edge of the Cyclones. Then let's go. Before I change my mind. Put out the sail, Six, and you appear very enthusiastic, mistress. Considering we'll be sailing through a hurricane. Is that what happened to Six, do you think? Well, no, is that what happened to Remba, do you think, Six? He sailed into a storm and was torn apart? The probability of that theory is appealingly high. So, mistress? Where to? Wherever that pop-up was saying that I should go. It said I had enough evidence or something, right? I don't really understand. I'm not sure I'm super follow what's going on. Six thinks a crystal and the eagle brooch approaches. This is too fast. It could be nothing to do with Remba, but we need every lead we can get. Does someone really travel this way? I could sail around here and try to pick up more artifacts to figure out the site's precise location, or I can investigate other leads until I know something else. I mean, this is like our only lead, isn't it? This is a long journey as well. So we're back to the disorientating sailing portion of this game. Driving game's not my strong point. Apart from Marikart, I'm great at Marikart. Are there other ships in the rivers, mistress? I have not seen any. Maybe this is faster. Which way are we going? Reply. There are other ships out here. but you rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed. So no one ever passes you by. I suppose that makes sense. People who like people stay on the ground. I guess we don't like people then. Which way are we going? This way. You do not like people, mistress? That explains a lot. Well, thank you. Where are we going? Tell me. Is this the right way? Okay, this is the right way. Is there anything you do like? We like archaeology, I suppose. What even is our name? I forgot our name. I like silence? Ah, a true introvert. I feel you. Except for... if I'm all company, I like Six. He seems like an interesting character, even though he's just a robot. I can't tell if this is a continuous boost holding us down, or if it's just a short boost. Either of the rivers lead to our destination, mistress. Let's take a left one. Mistress, is something the matter? Which way? I'm detecting certain elevated emotional markers. Why didn't you tell me to go this way then? Like what? Triangulator source of... okay, so we had to go right. Shortness of tone, mistress. That just appears to be how I speak, to be honest. Lack of what? How's this a misturning? I go left, then straight. Oh, why was it misturning before? Or maybe I turned left before, I can't remember. Are you serious? So this is a right turning. Humour is a weakness, mistress, is it? I like humour. I like puns. Pass control to 6. Do you want to try 6? I can try, mistress. If you are certain, you can do it, 6. I believe in you. View possible search locations. Unexplored ruin. We could try looking here. Well, let's go. Mistress, I can indeed sail. We're here, mistress. Our data suggests the source of a brooch crystal is somewhere here. There's a rock up ahead? What have we found? That's a very good question. Apart from a rock. Unexplored ruin. According to the map, above the crystal moon, why would anyone come to a lonely spot like this? Lonely spots are the best sort of spots, are they not? I keep forgetting to press a key. So, we have arrived, mistress. The moon below us is rich in purple hieoglyphic crystals, but there is no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. That seems troublesome. So this is as close as we can get? As close as you can get, mistress. I should be able to hop her down. What does that even mean? But there is no air. Hopper? The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course, for instantaneous travel. How does it work? Why am I even looking? There is a source. The source fires at a subject and casts it into the hopper's eye. The eye refracts a signal. It is focused and reconstituted. But how does it work? I have no idea whatsoever. Are you sure we're in the right place? No. Fair enough. Please wait here. Just don't take too long. Okay.
A moment later, the robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
It's not that dark, it's actually pretty light. There's a lamp on the thing. We'll question ourselves. What were you up to, Remember? What makes a roboticist leave Iox? When Iox is the only moon of a nebula with robots. If I flew away now, I could be rid of that thing. Why do we want to get rid of 6? 6 is great. Mistress. What is that? I found something, mistress. A tool chest. An engineer's chest. And this is Janiki's. The probability is high. I believe a moon below us was once a quarry, but this box is no artifact. Question. Remember hid this box down there? It was a superb hiding place, mistress. But whether it was Rember's doing or not, I cannot say. Understandable. Alright, let's look at this box then. You better not have damaged it. It appears intact to me, mistress. I hope there isn't a snake in here. Who would put a snake in a toolbox? What is that? A roll of cloth? Why would Rember hide something like this? He must have had a reason, mistress. His choice of hiding place was extreme. Thick fabric. I'm very thirsty. Ugh, so much speaking. What is this? Some kind of robe? But it's hundreds of years old. I'll just replace our one with it. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters plucked out in a darker thread. More translation. This is a long one. Let me think. Guardians overseas. This sequence resembles my translation for robot. So maybe Guardians? What is this related words? Buried, Emperor, Holy? This word reminds me of some of the others I've seen. So it's definitely like Emperor and Holy. So I imagine this must be pilgrims. This is also like Emperor and Holy, so pray? Pray? Pilgrims. Guardians, we pilgrims pray. Overseers, pilgrims pray. We... Hopes, pilgrims pray. Could this be anything else? We thought this might be buried. But if this is related to a holy part, then this should almost certainly be prayed. Look, this second half is almost exactly the same as that, so maybe this is something different. If we thought... Again, this is a holy part here, so it's got to be pilgrims. Maybe this is like people or something? And this is a prefix, so... Interesting. Or maybe this is a prefix of people. So this is like holy people, and this in the middle means something. Travelers? I don't really know what this is, to be honest. Guardians, pilgrims, pray, overseers. I mean, the only thing that makes sense is we pilgrims pray, right? I could still change my mind, but we pilgrims pray? The question is, why did Rember hide this? There's more in here. This is a pen made of silver. It's beautifully preserved. It doesn't have an inscription on the nib. But I suspect this comes from a totally different place than that robe. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything like this pen before. So this originates from somewhere I never knew existed. But that's not all. What else? There's also an iron cup. How did Rember get his hands on all this? The inside is heavily stained. He drank from it. Must have belonged to a heavy drinker. Whoever made this didn't add an inscription around the bottom. This comes from the same site as a pen, I think. So are these things what Rember was after? Wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. Can you work out where the robe originated? More things to explore. I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress, but Professor Mayari was keen that we found Master Rember. And I am sure Master Rember is equally keen to be found. Show me. I'm not exactly certain, mistress, but I believe Rember travelled far from home into the eye of the Cyclones. That sounds dangerous. Why would you do that? So Holy and Water sounds about right. Where's that all inscriptions? Where's the other one? How do I... Inscriptions. Solvable inscriptions. Oh, this one's already solved. We can't change these now, can we? Right. How do I keep messing up this interface? I'm so confused. Breach IOX remember. No, let's see our inscriptions. This is the one I wanted to look at. Translate. So maybe this isn't buried, and maybe this isn't robots. Banished? Well, what makes sense? So it's either buried or banished, and this is a related word. Perhaps it's citizens. But no, it's related to holy. So we're pretty sure this pilgrim thing is right. If this is related to pilgrims, so this is a person, this is like holy. Or religious things. And what matches here? This matches here. That's the only thing that matches. Oh, this thing matches. Maybe it's banished. I think we need more words to really know what's going on. I'm a little bit lost at the moment. Incomplete information. I suppose we had to make our own deductions. Is the whole point. Do you think you remember found something possibly? Let's just plot a course. It's the Eye of the Cyclones. And hopefully we won't get shipwrecked. Sailing to the Eye of the Cyclones. I've been analysing the Papa Road we found at Rember's tool chest, mistress. Which way do we go? It's a straight path. Yeah, basically a straight path, okay. Fabric appears to be of a significant age. Oh, this is very turbulent. Okay, hold on, Six. I cannot hold. Going right? On, mistress. We're in one piece. Because I am the best pilot. We appear to be. It's always promising, to be honest. I much prefer being in one piece rather than multiple pieces. It comes from somewhere else. Is this the right path still? Yep, still go straight. That's clear. But where? And is that place where Rember is? Who knows? I cannot analyse for that, mistress. It's understandable. Looks like the wind's about to pick up again. This one's smooth sailing. This whole area is wild. Ooh, not so smooth sailing. Nice, saved. We better check the hull when we next land. Can we even land? Aren't we sailing directly into a cyclone? Like, what are we actually doing? This seems like a terrible idea. I didn't even know Rember sailed. I didn't know that anyone at Iox did. Not really. Vicinity of the Eye of the Cyclones. But here he was exploring the wilds. Oh my word. Okay, we're going along the right path. It is most curious, mistress. One wonders what he was looking for. So this is where we're going. So we go left, left, and then right. My findings indicate that Eye of a Cyclone should be nearby. Wait, left, right? I cannot see which way to turn at this branch, mistress. Isn't that it? We will have to choose one and explore. Have we not reached it? I can't move anymore. I see it. There's something up ahead. A moon? There is air but no upriver, mistress. We will need to leave a ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It is quite safe. Do we get to walk about and explore? The Eye of the Cyclones. Will Rember be waiting for us here in the centre of a storm? I have no idea. I haven't the faintest idea what's going on.
Hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour.
So we teleported down.
But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
Is it really cold here? A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. So Janiki had a taste for a place like this. I wonder why. Oh, we can move. What is his facial expression? Perhaps he did not like people. This way, then. I hope he'll be pleased to see us. Do you think we will find him? I prefer to believe that we will. I would like to meet him again. I do not remember him well, but I bear him no ill will. Interesting. Perhaps Rember is waiting for us just around this corner. We can hop him back to the Nightingale. And this chapter of my life will be done. No, you spoke too soon, because this game has a playtime of 15 to 20 hours. Perhaps, mistress, perhaps. We can only hope. Hold it. Hold it! Objection 6. What's that? I don't know, what are we looking at?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house.
Oh.
It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock.
I mean, it doesn't
Wooden
look
beams,
fine
mud brick walls, shutters.
entirely.
Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
But here it is. Someone built this. Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. Oh, thank you, Six. How did Janiqui find it? I hope we can ask him, mistress. I can hear footsteps. How do we get down? It's a bit of a drop. So do not fall, mistress. Can we, like, hop over this wall? That's what I'm trying to do. I could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. Oh, I guess that makes sense. The floor looks like stone to me, 6. So it is heavy and more likely to fall. I don't think that's how things work. Maybe that's what happened to Renber. He fell through a hole in the floor. Well, if you're so worried, 6, I suppose we'll find a different way down. Do you see any other way in? No, neither do I. Okay, well, I guess we're hopping this wall then. Here goes. That was extremely dramatic. The floor seems sound enough. 6. How is 6 going to hop over? Where did the robot go? Where did the robot go? 6? So a robot's abandoned me for once. Look at this place, Aliya. Oh, that was our name. No one would live here. They couldn't. Some kind of structure. There's a plinth inside. It looks like a shrine. Interesting. It might help me date this place. Figure out what it's supposed to be. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Someone is here. Renber, are you here? Renber! What is going on over here?
The ghosts were still here. Cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty. But it hadn't been abandoned.
Let's see what's up here. Yes, let's. Ruin and rubble. Well, isn't that exciting? Why build something as big as this out here? What for? What is this? It's quite different than the rest of the building. For some kind of telescope? But the position and bearings are fixed. The material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Roy might have built? I must remember to ask her about it, and there are scratches in the top here. Something's fitted inside the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something, Janiki? Yes, so. What was that stand meant to hold? A glint among the stones. There's something wedged here. This really feels like an adventure game. A shredded large book bound in wood. I would guess it dates from the Hieoglyphic Empire. There's some painted symbols on the cover. More translation. We are an expert of that. This is the start of a fragment of text. Well, that's certainly holy. That's the only word I know. There's not enough here for me to guess the rest. I'll have to hope I see these sequences again. I could see what Huang thinks when I get back to Iox. I don't think I've seen anything with this kind of binding before. Which means it must have originated on a site that's entirely new to me. We can now visit Elbereth in the spiral. Interesting. There's nothing else we're missing over here, are we? Not that I can see. Just don't look down. Is it Aliya or Aliya? You know what? That's a Google question. Name. How do you pronounce? It's Arabic. Oh, let's get the Arabic and then put it into Google Translate.
عالية.
Aliya. Okay. Aliya. Let's get everything back up again. Sorry about that. I'd better go and find where Six got to. There's Six. Mistress. Obviously, it is good to see you intact, Mistress. How did you get down from that arch? I could not climb over the wall, so I drove myself off a cliff edge. Pardon? Once I dug myself out of the sand, I found a door. Now you understand why I keep losing robots. They're always doing stupid stuff like that. I can't think why they keep giving me robots. Every time I break or lose one, they give me another. They must take my safety very seriously. And apparently I do not take my own safety very seriously. University cares for my well-being. I wonder if this door is jammed. Or if it might open. Oddly dramatic. A painting? This looks like a map. Swells and flows. These are rivers. Air rivers, right? Or actual rivers. For detail. Who lived here? Who drew this? These look like the rivers of Ghost Wake. This must be where the shredded book came from. But no one goes to Ghost Wake. Is there an inscription? It seems so. More characters. None that we recognise. Well, we recognise, but not by themselves. I give up. I'm going to have to come back to this later. But this is definitely a map. But not of this place. Somewhere else. I thought you just said it was of Ghost Wake. Appears there's nothing else in this room. Let's take our leave on this place 6. I could slip through here. Hold on. Let's see what else this house has to offer. There's an inscription up here. Oh, so many inscriptions. Water? Something. It's related to Emperor and Holy. Protect? Goddess? We definitely thought this was water, so that seems reasonable. Looks, loves, sales, blesses. Blesses seems right here. These symbols remind me of somewhat of the word emperor. It does? Water and what? Does this remind you of emperor? I mean, it's just this part, isn't it? Maybe it's not water. Maybe it could be beloved, heart, or light. What of these make sense? Protect. Okay, this is related to both emperor and holy. And pray, so you assume must be religious and somewhat. Or relating to gods, like goddesses. So my thinking is either protect or goddess. Water goddess blesses harvest? Field. Which of these relates more to emperor? Fire? It's a chimney, it's a hearth, so... Fire makes sense to me. Water goddess blesses fire. What does that even mean? This is a fireplace after all. Perhaps they were afraid of it burning the house down. A crumpled blanket. Someone curled up here by the fire to keep warm. Someone died here, mistress. You're sure? How do you even know? You're forensic. The evidence is minor but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. Remember? No. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. Scores like 20 years, right? The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. Interesting. So where are the bones? The person who lay in state here was only removed recently. By Remba? Are you saying Janiki took them? Or remained of them? Someone did. That's very creepy. That's horrid. Why would he do that? I am unsure, mistress. Something must have led him to this place. There must have been something here that he needed. A workbench, perhaps. Whoever lived here would need to be self-sufficient, makes sense, but they would have needed water, mistress. That's even more horrid. What? Oh, probably from a previous conversation. Yes it is. Nothing else here. Anything over here? It's just a workshop, it looks like. And I can't get through chairs, because obviously that gap is too big. Oh, what's that? A heavy wooden box. This looks interesting. Might be trapped, watch out. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. Oh, there's something inscribed on the lid. Not locked, mistress. And I lack fingers for leverage. Try for myself. Oh, he looks so sad. I'm sorry, Six. Let's see if I can shift it. Curses. Is it really heavy? I've got fingers, but I can't get them under the lid. Symbols on the lid might be a clue as to what's inside. Whoa, this is a long one. More words I don't know. Related to burying, related to holy. How? Blessing, stars, treasures? Could be related to burying. This word resembles my translation for bless. Enormous, great, tiny laughter. Truth, value, speed, laughter. What? And there's a couple of words I found before that might help. Fire and water. Oh, maybe these are like elements. Wait, how does this help us? Okay, so maybe something water related? Speed, laughter, truth, value? I think I'm terrible at this game. Well, I mean, this should be something like of, if it's so short, right? Something of holy. Something of God. Something of God? Treasures. Blessings, if it's related to holy, right? Let's see. Blessings? But it doesn't look like blesses. You're right. Treasures of great value? What are the other options for water? Beloved Heartlight. I chose this translation for a reason. Let's see if I can remember what it was. Beloved Heart and Light. are all possible for this. Could be treasures of great value. Enormous? This is something. Maybe this is like a amplifier or something. There are 3 of them. Let's try that. Treasures of great value. Or of enormous value, even. My Ari will be most excited by this find, mistress. Whatever proves to be inside. Something to put a smile on my Ari's face at last. Maybe this will make up for there being no sign of Rember. Can we not use a crow? Get a crowbar from ship 6. We must have something I can snap it open. I'll wait here. I will return shortly, mistress. How are you going to get up a cliff? It's gone. I wonder if I can find anything around here to open the coffer with before 6 gets back. I mean, I'd imagine the workshop, right? If it comes to it, I could chop the coffer in half, I suppose. That seems a bit of a destructive way to do it. But I'd probably smash whatever's inside. I should look for something less blunt. Or wait for 6 to come back. I see something up there. A glint above a door. Is it a dagger? A blade. Oh my god, it's 36 minutes. This game is just eating up time. A dagger, a little corroded but beautifully crafted. And with an eagle and sun on the hilt. Is there an inscription on it? And there's something inscribed on it! I can barely make out the letters out, they're so small. Oh wow, that's quite a lot. This is 2 words, not 1. But where does one word end and the other start? Well, we've got Empress here, don't we? Well, we've got fire. As? What else do we have from here? Something's gone wrong. I must have used the wrong words. Okay, well that's definitely Empress. That's surely fire. I've done something wrong. It's not Empresses. Praise? This doesn't fit anywhere though. Just fire? Just fire. Or maybe fire. I'm feeling confident about my translation of fire. Okay, well, that's good. That's something. Makes me think water's right as well, because they both have the same shape, and they're maybe about elements. Let's take a stab at a new word. Oh my word. Empires. It's got the emperor thing here. This is something big, right? If we think this is of, so this is belonging to. So Empire's fire makes sense to me. Does Empire's fire make sense? Dagger found. Can we use a dagger to open? Is there anything else we can interact with before 6 gets back? Doesn't look like it. I might be able to snap the lock. Here goes then. Oh, 6 came back. Bless the rivers, the dagger shattered. That was Empire period too. Mistress, I am back. Although I really must stop throwing myself off that rock. Ah, you opened it. I'm sorry, 6. What may I ask is inside? You were fast. Thank you, mistress. I aim to be helpful. Let's look inside one. We'll wrap up the episode when we get to a good point.
Just lying there.
What?
The greatest treasure I ever found.
6. Look at this.
Inside the coffer, from the distant past of the nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It was a crown.
Whoa. With the same... the eagle and sun motif. I'm not going to put it on. Just like Janiki's brooch. The mark of an empire. Could this be the crown of Iox itself? What's this crown doing out here? Did someone steal it? Maybe Janiki bought it. Hide it here, but never collect? That seems most unlikely, mistress. There's something written along the rim. Oh my word, that's so... I like that one at the end, whatever that is. Treasures. Okay, well, let's move on to this one. Rivers? We think this is water, so... We think this might be an element. Light, maybe. Treasures. Wait, what else could this have been? Blessings, songs, or stars? So blessings, songs, or stars. And this is the only time we've seen these 3 claw marks, right? Blessings, songs, or stars. And perhaps it could be heart, and that could have been songs. That doesn't really make sense though. Treasures though. Let's come back to that. We thought that this was we. This appears in here and here. I mean, I think this is like the water. What's the word? Like, article? No, not article. Radical. I think this might be a water radical. Maybe this is to do with sailing. If this is pilgrims and travelling, so maybe... What do we think this was? Banished or buried, right? Does that help at all? You don't need to say that for every single thing. What's this related to? We think this is enormous. This is tough. Something rivers. On rivers of something, we sail home. On rivers of light, we sail home forever now. We sail forever, maybe, because this is, if this is emphasizing radical, then maybe this is to do with time, and this is just means like a really long time. On rivers of light we sail forever. Oh! Question. Is this crown what Mayari wanted us to find? Is this why she sent us out here looking? I mean, this isn't really where we were meant to end up. Renva too, perhaps. Mistress. I will have to tell her, mistress. Her motives hardly matter. Well, I'm at Curious Discovery. Let's round off this episode here because it's been 43 minutes. My word, this game actually sucks me in too much. So let's pause that just then. So anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Heaven's Vault, and I've been Dear Darling. I hope we can see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye.